This story goes back to the year 1914, when an 8-year-old boy was playing in a small village in Japan. Suddenly, he saw a strange machine moving on wooden wheels. It was a Ford Model T. Seeing this vehicle, the child was completely amazed. That was the day when this 8-year-old boy developed his first love for cars and mechanical parts. His name was Soichiro Honda. Who knew that in the future, this name would appear on almost every small and big vehicle around the world? Soichiro Honda was born in 1906, in a small village near Mount Fuji in Japan. His father was a blacksmith and also worked part-time repairing bicycles. Honda had 5 siblings, but most of them died at an early age due to various illnesses. Because of this, his parents had very high hopes for him. Honda was not interested in school studies, but he was deeply interested in helping his father repair bicycles. When he turned 16, he saw a job advertisement in a newspaper. A well-known automobile service station in Tokyo called Shokai was looking for technicians. Honda wrote a letter applying for the job, and luckily, he received a positive response. This was the moment when Honda left his home, family, and school and traveled to Tokyo to earn a living. However, when he arrived, his dreams were shattered. The company owner made him do cleaning work and even assigned him babysitting duties. Honda felt humiliated, but he couldn't return to his village because he was ashamed to face his parents. Because of this, he continued working there for several months. After some time, the owner of Shokai finally allowed Honda to work in the workshop. Honda was extremely interested in this work, so he learned very quickly. Within a few months, he gained deep knowledge about different types of vehicles and their parts. During this period, Shokai built 2 race cars using used engines. One of these cars won first place in the 1924 Japanese Motor Car Championship. Honda worked on this car as an engineer, not as a driver. This event changed his life forever, and from that day onward, Honda made motor racing his passion. Honda continued working at Shokai for many years, increasing his experience. In 1928, at the age of 22, his boss decided to open a new branch in Hamamatsu City and gave Honda full responsibility to manage it. Honda started the branch with just 1 worker, and within 2 years, he expanded it to 30 workers. By this time, Honda had become a brilliant mechanic and a racing driver. Using his skills, he designed a race car for his boss that could reach a speed of 120 km/h, breaking all previous records. This record remained Japan's highest speed record for the next 20 years. Honda wanted to open his own workshop, but fate had other plans. In 1936, during a race, Honda suffered a terrible accident. He survived, but his left arm was fractured, his shoulder was dislocated, and his face was badly injured. He believed his life was over. He could neither race nor work as a mechanic. After several months, when he recovered, he asked his boss if he could stop repair work and instead start manufacturing spare parts. His boss immediately rejected the idea because the business was already profitable and no one wanted to take risks. Honda then decided to start his own parts manufacturing company. In 1936, at the age of 30, Honda started Tokai Seiki Heavy Industries with a friend, making his friend the company's president. However, Honda had no investment. During the day, he worked at Shokai, and at night, he tried to manufacture engine pistons himself. For months, he followed this routine but failed repeatedly and became physically weak. To improve his knowledge, Honda enrolled in a university to study metallurgy. After 3 years of hard work, in 1939, he finally succeeded in making a piston. He quit his job and focused full-time on piston manufacturing. Honda offered his pistons to Toyota, but out of 50 designs, 47 were rejected. This news hit Honda like lightning. He had no backup plan. He traveled across Japan, visited factories, met manufacturers, and studied market requirements for years. After improving his designs, he produced pistons that finally passed Toyota's quality control. Orders started pouring in, and Honda hired 2,000 workers to meet demand. But his success was short-lived. In 1941, Japan entered World War II, and the government took control of many companies, including Honda's. Honda was demoted to a senior managing director, and most workers were sent to military service. In 1944, an air raid destroyed Honda's factory. In 1945, nuclear attacks devastated Japan, forcing the country to surrender. Honda lost everything. He sold his company to Toyota for 450,000 yen and became jobless again. Japan was facing a severe economic crisis. Fuel was scarce, inflation was high, and public transport was almost impossible. One day, Honda found a small engine used by the Japanese army for wireless radios. An idea struck him. He attached the engine to a bicycle to solve transportation problems cheaply. People loved the idea. Demand increased rapidly, so Honda designed his own engine. This was the first time the Honda logo appeared on a machine. Because he lacked capital, Honda wrote an open letter to 18,000 shop owners. Around 3,000 shopkeepers trusted him and paid in advance. Within 3 years, Honda launched a motorcycle called the Super Cub, which became a massive success. In 1958, it outsold Harley-Davidson and Triumph in the US market. Honda entered motorcycle racing, using racing as a marketing tool. In 1962, Honda won an international racing competition, making the brand famous worldwide. By 1960, Honda became the world's largest motorcycle manufacturer, and by 1968, it had sold 10 million units. Honda then entered car manufacturing. After several failures, in 1972, the Honda Civic was launched, becoming globally famous. By 1980, Honda was Japan's third largest manufacturer and soon became the world's third largest. Honda retired in 1973. And on August 1991, this incredible journey came to an end.